Good afternoon. This is Joe Kretzinger with our monthly wrap-up of Blind Walk Forward with recalibration of all of our TSWs. Today is June the 21st, 2018. This is the disclaimer for our PDFs. You can get a copy of the PDF by just shooting me an email at joecrat@gmail.com, and I'll be glad to email you the PDF of this presentation. The three terms I always like to define at my presentations: first of all, hypothetical, simulated means the same. These are trades that have not been executed that are generated by a strategy with the benefit of hindsight. The next step I like to do is a true blind walk forward. That's where I've shut the workspace down for a month or so and then seen how it walked forward over unseen data. Now that'll give you a good idea of performance, but it will not give you an idea of slip. You've got to figure out slip by the only thing you can, which is real-time trading. Real trades are actual trades that have been filled at an exchange. One of the things to consider every once in a while is, what are your expectations? How much should you expect to make with a $10,000 account? $10,000, $5,000, $2,000? Well, the real answer is 8.4% or $840. Now, why 8.4%? Well, here's a study done over a 10-year period from 2006 through 2015, and it shows all the various different kind of investments you might make, and then the hindsight return. And you can see that the 10-year average, the very best thing over that 10-year period, was small caps, making 8.4% average for the 10 years. The worst thing was basically commodities. Over the 10 years, you lost 7.7% just investing in commodities. Here's one of the reasons we recalibrate. This is a pretty good system, Shapes. It was calibrated in June the 23rd of 2013. That's 5 years ago, basically. And it starts at 0 and it goes up above 50,000. And then the market changed pretty well about the time that Mr. Trump got nominated. And we see that the market broke, at least this particular system broke with that red line. Now, the way to track the equity is obviously either with a switcher or with a trend line, and you pull away from a system when it breaks, or you recalibrate it. In this case, you would have waited and recalibrated, traded it again after about trade 1200. But you would have avoided trades from about 750 through 1200. So that's a lot of trades and a lot of drawdown you would have avoided with just simple trend line analysis of your equity curve. Now, the next 4 slides are basically just informational, and you should get the PDF. What you do is you pull up your workspaces for Shapes. You go ahead and save them under today's date. Then you put the inputs, change the inputs from what they were to these particular inputs, and you're ready to go. These are all for the September contracts. So basically, if you have the 5-minute Russell chart, you'd pull it up, you'd save it with today's date, June 21st, 2018, and then you'd put those inputs in and good to go. Same goes with Razor. You just want to check and make sure you're using the right custom session and that you're using the right length bar up there at the top. Here's ribbons, same thing, third verse. And lastly, here's bar none. Now, bar none, the very last one in that column, the NASDAQ on a 5-minute, that's the one I'm going to be trading in my IRA as of today, actually. It only has a $130 stop. It trades at most 4 times a week, so it's a little less of a trader, and it's not in the market very much. We'll look at that a little bit later in the presentation and analyze why I've picked it. Well, here's the blind walk forward for a month of the 3 basic systems: Shapes, Razor, and Razor with ribbons. And Shapes is basically flat, lost about $11 or so, something like that. The Razor lost $2,400, and the ribbons lost $1,400. A flat, choppy time, and that's when you lose. Here's Joe's best. As a group, lost $1,000 over the 5, and bar none, the 5 made $1,261. You can see that the NASDAQ itself made $995, and the E-mini made a little over 1,800. So those are the two that did the best in bar none. But bar none as a group made 1261. Now the bottom table is kind of interesting. You get a lot of information from it, in my opinion. First of all, look at the bottom. Bar none, the E-mini made money, the Nasdaq made money, and the bar none as a group was the only one that really made money. Made 1261. Razor as a group lost $2,400, so it was the worst system over this month in a variety of items. The best market to trade over this period was the mid cap. If you would have traded one contract in each of the five varieties, you would have made $3,580. The worst commodity to use would have been the E-mini S&P, and it lost $3,100 over this period. So that's basically the way you do it. The Nasdaq was a scratch. It lost $15 trading one of each of the Nasdaq. So looking at that bar, I'd say bar none is the best one to trade over this period. I'm picking the Nasdaq, and we'll talk about that and why on the next slide. Now this is the one I'm going to be trading. This shows a 3-month simulation. I'll tell you the bad of it. It's only right 28% of the time. But the good is that the average trade winner is 12 times the average loser. The average winning trade is $1,416. The average loser is $113. The daddy go to town number, or your expectation for each of the 42 trades, is 323. The annual rate of return is over 500%, and it's in the market less than 4% of the time. So this is with only $130 stop loss, and once it makes $130, it risks all that $130 and another $13, 10% more. So it's kind of hopefully a low risk way to trade with a IRA type situation, and we'll see how it works out. But this is the one I've picked. My main products are ideas, service, and support when you need it. All you need to do is go to eTrackRecords.com, pull down the support tab, follow the instructions. I can get on your machine with TeamViewer 9 anywhere in the world and fix anything, install anything, and there's never a charge for a client. I'm glad to do it. I offer a red ribbon trial to all my prospective clients. I'll get on the computer and install my stuff for 2 weeks, 14 days, play with it, see if it works for you, see if it's the kind of thing you want to put in. You don't have to put up a credit card or anything, but I'd like you to try it and make sure it's the right thing before you spend money on it. If you wish to contact me, you can just call my direct office, 913-334-2202. I always have special offers for my clients on all my products. My direct email is joecrutt@gmail.com. And, of course, the website is etrackrecords.com. Well, good luck and great trading. I hope you have a wonderful trading month. And if you need some help, be sure to call me. Thanks for watching.